सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीमां मीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम् सान्निपातिकज्वर सततज्वर विषमज्वर ग्रहनक्षत्रदोषाञ्चान्या हर हर काली सर सर गौरी क्रमधमविद्ये आले माले काले बन्धे भज भज विद्ये मख मख विद्ये नाशय नाशय पापम् हर हर दुःस्वप्नम् विध्वंसय विध्वंसय विघ्नविनाशिनि रजनी सन्ध्ये मुन्दुभिनादे मानस्तोषे मानसवेगे शङ्खिनी चक्रिणी वज्रिणी गदिनी शूलिनी अपमृत्युविनाशिनी विश्वेश्वरी द्राविडी केशवदैते पशुपति सहिते धीममर्दिनि धमनी कामिनी शबरी विराटी वाचक्री ॐ द्रं 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 ॐ द्रं गुरु गुरु
Namaste, Suprabhatam, and a warm welcome to all our friends who have joined us this morning for a special practice session. We are on the 26th day of Global Festival of Yoga, which was started on the International Yoga Day and continues up to 31st July. We have with us a very special teacher and a dear friend, Miss Neha Racca, to lead the session today. I request Miss Neha to kindly come on the screen. Welcome, Miss Neha.
Thank you. Namaste, Vinabhya, and namaste to everyone. A very good morning to all those who are here, and good evening, good afternoon from the places where you're all joining from.
Many of you might have already met Miss Neha. She has been our anchor a few times. You're already familiar with her, and today she is with us as a presenter and leading this very unique practice session called grounding with gratitude, focusing on Mooladhara. Just to give a formal introduction to Miss Neha Racca is the founder of Iti Yoga, A Better Way of Life, which is an initiative to spread and share traditional knowledge of yoga around the globe to be more practical in daily life for all. Her passion in yoga started at the age of 8 and continues to grow every day. She completed her MSc in yoga from Yes Vyasa in 2005 and ERYT, that is Experienced Registered Yoga Teacher of Yoga Alliance 500 hours from Yoga Alliance. Neha is also a stress management coach, yoga and psychotherapist, and a pranic healer. She has traveled to USA, Bahrain, Vietnam, Nepal, Mauritius, and Maldives to teach yoga, yoga tradition, and yogic lifestyle. And for many years, she has also been an official yoga ambassador from India, especially from 2015 to 2018. She's also a TEDx speaker. Neha is passionate about sharing the magic of yoga to bring happiness in everyone's life. And today you'll get to have a glimpse of it. With this brief introduction, I request Neha to lead us through this grounding with gratitude, focusing on Mooladhara. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you so much. And it's lovely to be here on this platform, not just a part of the Indica Yoga team, but actually being there in this global festival of wellness where we have been really getting the best of the sessions by so many prominent and renowned teachers. And I'm so glad that today I'll be able to share my experience and give a little bit of sharing and experience of how you can connect with your asanas and connect it to the deeper levels. So, understanding a little bit before we go into the practice, when we talk about the asana practice, we are going to be doing postures. Yes, asanas are there, but then asanas are connecting to the prana level, that's the breath. And then we go a little more subtle and we connect it to the energy which is there into the chakras. So all the 7 chakras from the Mooladhara, the root chakra, towards the top, the Sahasrara chakra, we're trying to connect to the chakra today is Mooladhara, the root chakra. I took this grounding as an important aspect in this session now is because there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of instability and there's a lot of insecurity which has developed in the last few months. We all throughout the globe, we are experiencing this. And that exactly is the reason why we need more grounding at this time. We need a little bit more stability. We need to connect to the roots. And this Mooladhara is the base of the energy. So when we think about the base, it needs to be strong. It needs to be stable. It needs to be safe and secure. It's the home. And then the energy flows up and opens up towards all the chakras up. But if we have disconnection, or if we have instability, or if we have kind of fear, which are the ones which imbalance this chakra, then there is a lot of things around us, not only in the physical level, but even at the practical life which we see outside. We kind of take decisions which are unstable. We behave like we are confused. We also have some kind of belly or abdomen related indigestion, constipation, and GID problems, which is also related to this Mooladhara. Now, if we think about the gratitude part of it, it's more important to connect to the element earth here because that's the element of the Mooladhara. We're trying to ground ourselves. We're trying to go back to the nature. We're trying to connect ourselves to that base where the roots go strong and then the tree is strong and the branches are flourishing and nourishing. We get the fruits only if we grow from inside, deep down. The balance of this chakra can also be done through connecting to the nature. You can always go for nature loving activities. You can do this sequence or something very similar to this, which gives you a base, which gives you a grounding. So today's entire session will be more for the region of your sitting bones right in between and the tip of your tailbone so that you can connect to that region. Now the color of the Mooladhara is red, and that's why we will be focusing on the red color in this particular region. Visualize throughout the black practice with my instructions, of course, that there is this huge ball of red energy which is there in this region, and this energetical ball is actually giving you that energy, it's stimulating that energy and moving upwards. So let's consider this as the base, activate the energy, which actually is the Kundalini energy, and it's stored because the Mooladhara talks about survival. So we need to first be free, be secured by the basic needs. Now, when this is satisfied, then we can move ahead in our journey. Because imagine if you're not having this basic stability, how will you be stable in any other form? So physical, mental, emotional, all kind of disturbance, distractions, unstable situations, and people, those who feel anxious, restlessness, these are all the things where you really need to work on the Mooladhara. Another practice of meditation is also very important for this grounding. And today we will have just a little bit of a glimpse in the meditation sector, but we'll be more doing the practice of movements, how we can move and open up and get this hip opening done, get the grounding done by the feet and the sitting bones, really getting subtle and deeper down onto the mat. So I'll just move back on the yoga mat to start the session. All of you also, please settle down on the mats and let's begin. Just give me a second. Change the screen. Just a moment, I'm just trying to set up. Okay. Let's begin. Sit straight with your back erect and just relax yourself. Feel any comfortable position you can. You can sit in Sukhasana by just simple cross-leg sitting. You can use cushion underneath your hip. You can use a block if you want to get more comfortable. You can use Ardha Padmasana. Just see that you're really taking a time to adjust yourself into the ground. As I said, we have this element of earth, which is really the base, the most important aspect here. So let's do that little earthing. The movements will happen from the body, but then the mind should be really inward, feeling this region nicely and deep down in the tailbone, tip of the tailbone, in between your sitting bones, where there is the space. Eyes are closed, touching your ring finger to the thumb. We will adopt for Prithvi Mudra. Roll back your shoulders and relax them down. Deep breath in and deep breath out. It's very important to connect with the breath here because the breath plays a very, very important part here. The prana is the one which is taking this energy up towards the other chakras and helping us open and activate the chakras. Now inhale a deeper breath, then exhale it down. Face relaxed, mind steady. Now throughout this session, we are going to try connect with the Mooladhara chakra, which is the root chakra. At the same time, just experiencing and observing the sensations happening at the physical level by the stretches and movements we do. This chakra is also considered as the base which gives us the root and the grounding to nourish all the other chakras and as an individual grow internally as well as externally. Ganpati is the god who resides in. And as Ganpati resembles and represents troubleshooting, so this is what happens, all the troubles, Vigna Harta, to take away all the troubles. This is what it does when we balance this chakra. So let's connect to this base energy source. Keep your mind totally focused at the location of the chakra and visualize the red color, deep red color, and inhale a lot of energy through this energy bubble. While exhaling, let go and push it out to the ground. Inhale it deeper and exhale it out. This practice for today is for all. In case of any pains and aches or any discomfort, you can relax before I say. Else, try to follow my instructions and move along with me. Just connecting to the breath. Inhale and connect deeper to the Mooladhara. With every breath, be grateful to the universal energy. Be grateful to the Prakriti, Dharti, earth element, and feel the grounding towards this. Gratitude is the key here, because when we get more gratitude and more humble, we are more grounded. And that's what we want. We want to be safe. The affirmations you can use, it's like I am, I'm safe, I'm grounded, I'm grateful. Throughout the session, you can keep the intention and keep repeating internally these affirmations as the subconscious mind will bring in more and more of abundance when it comes to safety, security. Let go of all the fear inside. You're always protected by the divine power and the divine energy. But these few minutes are the most important to slow down and connect, actually reconnect. the strong base and the connection to the Mooladhara. And from there, inhale a breath in. While exhaling, we'll do Omkar chant. We'll start the session with 3 Omkaras. Inhale a breath. Again, one more time. Last time, inhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Listen to the vibrations of the yoga. Body is steady, mind is stable. Connecting back to the self, focusing towards the Mooladhara. Let's begin. Before we start the asana practice, we just do a few strokes of Kapalabhati to create that heat within. Connect with yourself, pulling the belly in with every single exhalation with force. So Kapalabhati practice. You can continue for a few more times. If you want, you can touch your belly also to see whether the abdomen is going in with exhalations. 40 to 50 counts. And a deeper breath in. Relax yourself. Once. Back your eyes. Visualize yourself in the lap of the nature. So you're actually there and very gently open your eyes. Now you're actually there in the nature, connected to the earth element. And then gently just move and swing yourself towards the front and back center. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. One more round. Just palms are gently placed on the knees and go with the flow of your breath. Gentle movements. It's all about connecting to yourself. So follow my instructions but listen to your body. And let's reverse the same. From the other side. Exhale. And exhale. And one more time. Feel the connection and complete focus towards the Mooladhara. Inhale, stretch your arms out, interlock your fingers and stretch up. Stretch nicely, lengthening your spine, dropping your shoulders and extend. Engage your abdominal muscles, push the sitting bones down and feel the energy. Now, with the next exhalation, let's go down towards the right side. I will take the entire body down towards the right and see that my left hip is on the floor. Gently dropping my right palm down elbow touching the floor. If you can't touch the elbow down, it's okay. You can keep it up. Palm dropping downwards and lengthening. Open up your chest and look up. Feel the base and connect. Inhale, come up. Okay, let's stretch out once. Exhale and down towards your left side. Going down, drawing the palm. The left palm on the floor, elbow down, and gently stretching your right hand. Opening up your chest, looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And relax. Gently come up. Interlock again. And relax yourself. So feeling the base strong. Now we're going to stretch our legs straight. I'm going to turn towards the side now. Just lift your hip out and drop in and fix at the base nicely. Sitting bones down on the floor, pointing, flexing your feet. Good. Rotation, just stabilize and feet together. Now to show you better, you just have to take your feet together, heels going closer to your perineum. This is the region our entire focus is on, and we're going to just give few flaps into the Titli asana or the butterfly pose, and then pushing the legs down towards the floor, lengthening our spine, holding the toes. Let's adjust a little by extending the spine, fingertips on the floor, and walking straight forward. Lengthen your spine, exhale, and once you reach your maximum, drop your head down towards the floor. This is the gratitude to the Mother Earth and to the entire universe for giving us all we have today. The basic needs are being all fulfilled. I'm safe. I'm completely grounded and connected. I'm so grateful. And exhale with every breath by going a little more deeper. Make sure your sitting bones are on the floor. Don't lift your hip up. And with the next inhalation, gently coming up. Slowly taking the fingertips back. Feel the earth element down and connect to it. Gently taking the legs together and stretching them back. Now, keeping the left leg straight, fold the right leg in. And let's do Parivritta Shavasana first. Giving a little bit of twisting to the body, opening up your chest and twisting towards the right side. Your right palm is on the floor behind, stretching your spine upwards, left palm supporting your knee and opening up your chest. Look back and then lengthen your spine upwards, extending your arm up, exhaling and dropping down towards the left. And you can go as much as you can. You can just stay here. You can go deeper. Touch your toe and just stay here. Keep this palm on the knee to pull yourself so that you don't drop the shoulder backwards. Open up more and more. And relax. You're going to be just stretching one more time. Inhale, extend, and exhale down. Connect with yourself. Again, keep your connection towards the base, the root chakra, and open up your chest. Relax and come back. Right hand down and coming back to center. And stretch your right leg back, folding the left leg in. Now this time you're going to be twisting towards the side, and I'll just face this way so that you can see. Now take your left palm on the floor behind, supporting your spine, opening up your chest, right hand towards the knee, and twist maximum. So maximum twisting, and then lift your left hand up, open up your chest, trying to drop your right elbow towards the floor, and then taking your hand down towards the right toe. Hold it there. Keep breathing. Keep opening up your chest, looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale and stretch up. Do as much as you can. If you can go down deeper, try to go deeper. If you want to just stay here, the body still needs a little bit of more flexibility and warm up, then take it slow and hold. Gently stretch, arm down, and again centering yourself. Stretch your legs straight. Now fold your right leg in, and then the left leg in. Spreading your knees wide apart. Toes are together, and your hips are on your heels. Make sure that you really sit on your heels. Pulling the belly inside, engaging the abdomen first. If you have knee pains, you can actually take some support and sit on a cushion in between your heels and hip. So just to give you a little support. Now inhale and stretch your arms up. Exhale and go down. You can actually take the hands down first if you don't feel the strength in the belly as much, or you can go together. Just see that you lengthen your spine, walk your fingers forward, and keep grounding yourself, go deeper down. Drop your chest down, drop your chin down, and stay there with the length. Your hips are still on the heels. Feel the stretch into the spine, and also see that your hip is opening up, so you can feel it in the inner thigh muscles, the groin region. That's the area where the Mooladhara is there. So beautiful red energy ball, which is enhancing, which is opening, which is activating. And then from here we come up by taking the palms and then lifting the chest up. Taking the knees together, measuring for the cat pose. So from the elbow to the fist, that's the gap between your knees. Then drop your palms down, lift your hip up, and take one more palm distance. Now you're here and arching your back with inhalation, looking up towards the ceiling. Open up your chest, and this time the awareness is all towards your tailbone, which is going up towards the ceiling. You can actually circle in and feel the energy nicely in here. And reverse a little. Nice. And then exhale and chin to the chest, pulling the belly inside, dropping the tailbone down towards the floor. Inhale. You do it 3 times. Inhale is up. Exhale, chin to the chest, pull the belly in and tailbone pointing down. Last one more time. You can always connect to yourself deeper by closing your eyes. Exhale. It's all slow and steady. By pushing your toes down, you can ground yourself more. The knees are down. The palms are pressing, fingertips pushing down. And feel the nature, the mud. You can always visualize. Now tucking your toes in. And then this is just for balance. You can keep the feet like this also. It's just to get more balance. So lifting your right leg up and straight. Now, left hand straight. Keep your right leg and the left arm parallel to the floor. Extend and exhale, bring the knee to the head and pulling the arm in by making a fist. Again, inhale, stretch your arm and leg up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, back in. Inhale, up. Exhale. Last one, and we hold it up and stay here. Now feel the grounding. Your one palm and the other leg, the left one, is on the floor, giving us stability in this posture. Gazing at one spot and relax. Coming down. And now gently taking the other leg. So take your left leg up and lift your right hand straight. Exhale and bring the head to the knee by holding your right arm and making a fist by pushing the elbow up. Inhale, open up your chest, look up. Exhale, in. 2 more times. Inhale and stretch. Feel the base of your left arm and the right leg. Last one. Exhale in. Inhale out. Don't forget to keep the connection to the hip and the tailbone region. Stay connected. The arm and the leg parallel to the floor. Feel, inhale and get the energy in. Exhale and detox yourself by all the negativity flushing out. Relax and drop down. Again, just circle and relax. You feel the fluidity inside with all the grounding and strength being there. And then gently tuck your toes in. And lift your knees up. You have hip width distance between your feet. And this time now, you first just play around by giving a little pulse, dropping one heel at a time, pushing the palms, head in. Deeper breaths. You can do Ujjayi breathing here, those who are aware of Ujjayi breaths. Or you can just go deeper breaths. The idea here is to keep the connection to the hip. And then you can take the foot at the edge of the yoga mat. Just spread your legs more. And then ground yourself by pushing your heels down on the floor. So drop your heels slowly. Try to drop your heels slowly on the floor. Lifting your toes and then gripping back the floor. Pushing your head in. Lengthening your spine and lifting. For those who can't do the straight legs, you can always bend your knees slightly like this. And then lift your hip up. Push your head in. Feel the spine straight. And if you can, stretch your legs. Now feel the legs, the lengthening. Observe the red color and visualize that strength which is coming through that and spreading in every single cell of your body. Now bringing your legs closer. Dropping the left foot down, stabilizing yourself, lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling, pointing your toe up. Push your head in and bend your knee. Open up, try to push the knee up towards the ceiling. Feel the opening. And then gently take your right foot at the outer side of your right palm. You're on the left toe and drop your hip and open up your chest. Breathe. Stay here. Keep your back leg engaged. The foot is on the floor, the palms are down on the floor. Now try to connect by lifting a little and making the heart parallel to the floor, feeling the leg, the left leg as well as the right leg. And then very gently lifting your right arm up towards the ceiling. Engage your left thigh muscle. Look up towards the ceiling and stay there. Few breaths to connect. And gently drop down. Drop your left knee on the floor and relax your left toe. Take a little more deeper stretch. Open up your chest. Look up. If this is really difficult for you, you can just do as much as you can and also take some support under your knee if you want to. And just try to stay here. Let the gravity pull you down. With every exhalation, go deeper. For those who can go a little more advanced and who have a little hip opening already there, you can drop your elbows down here and then again stay here. Just a few more breaths. Make sure that your foot is firm, the back leg straight and steady down, and stay here. Keep lifting. Try not arching your back. Keep lifting yourself upward and dropping the hip lower. And gently with the palms again, come up. Tuck your left toe in, lift your left knee up, and then gently take your right leg back into the mountain. Paradasana, and now stay here. Take a breath. We'll go the same with the left side. Now dropping your right foot on the floor, lifting your left leg up, pushing your head inward, lengthening your spine, pointing toe up, fold, and point the knee, the left knee up towards the ceiling. Breathe. And gently bring the left foot at the outer side of your left palm, dropping your hip down, opening up your chest, and stay here. Breathe. Feel your breath. Steady breaths. Connect yourself towards the Mooladhara. Stay connected. And lift up a little. Make your left thigh parallel to the floor. Engage your right thigh by pulling up the kneecap. And then gently open up your chest. Lifting your left hand up towards the ceiling. Hold it there. Stay in the pose. Try to keep your body intact. And then stay in the posture for another 2 breaths. Stay down there. Hold it for last 1 more breath. And then from here, we are going to gradually bring the palm down on the floor, dropping the right knee down, relaxing the right toe out, opening up your chest and holding it. Try to feel the smell. Smell is the main essence of the root chakra, and that's why you can also always keep the gaze at tip of the nose. If you keep this gaze here, that's even more effective. Dropping the elbows down for those who can go. For those who can't, you can always stay in the same posture for another few seconds. And then opening up your chest. Smell the mud. I really love that smell, and I'm sure some of you agree with me. So breathe in, breathe out. Let's come back. Tuck your toe in, lift your knee up, and back into the mountain. Give a little bit of movement to relax the muscles. And then from here, we're going to go both the legs coming outside. So first, take your right foot at the outer side of your right palm, the left foot at the outer side of your left palm. Now I'm going to just change the angle for you to see it first. So you're in this position right now. At this position, try to take your toes out a little. Come on the fingertips, walk a little forward. Drop your hip down. We're just going to stay here. Make your thigh parallel to the floor and hold it. Just stay still, chin up. Hold it there. And then bring the legs a little more closer. Drop your hip down completely. If you can't sit like this, you can always roll a blanket or something and keep it under the heels here. So you get a little bit of more stability. For those who can, just try to feel the weight on both the legs, giving a little bit of movement. Lift your toes and then push them back in again. Once you're settled into this posture, join your palms, Anjali Mudra. Elbows are pushing the legs out, so you can use the elbows to do that. And then lengthen your spine. Stay there with a smile. Stay connected. Now let's do a little bit of binding. For those who can, let's bind from the right side first. You can use a belt to hold if you can't hold the hand on your own. So you can take the right hand from inside and pull. The left hand will go from up and try to hold the fingers, the palms, the wrist. Open up your chest and look up towards the left side. Make sure you breathe well. Body weight is on both the legs. Relax. And again, stretch. Change towards the other side. The left hand will go from inside, the right from the back. And again, from left hand, hold your right wrist. Open up your chest and look towards the right side. Keep breathing. Body weight equal on both the legs. And relax. Going back to the center. Joining the palms. And very gently bringing the legs now together. Feet, toes pointing forward, feet parallel to each other. We'll go up now into the forward fold. So very gently, just stretch your legs, fingertips right on the floor. Your upper body is just relaxed as if you're just dropping into the gravity. No effort. And here you try to feel your hip, feel your tailbone, and extend it up towards the back. Hold it here, fingertips on the floor. You can always use block. Like suppose you have a block next to you, you can always use the block. And keep it on the side here. or you can keep it on the front here, dropping the head down. Now hold your ankles, elbows pointing out, dropping the head down. Feel the feet grounding down into the soil, really deep down, like the roots of a strong and a tall tree. And then from here, bend your knees. Take your legs together, join them. Extend your spine, chin up. Touch your belly to the thighs. And then slowly lift your body up into the chair. From the Utkatasana stretch. Interlock your fingers like this and pushing the palms up. This is how we are going to do the Tadasana. Lengthen yourself nicely, lifting your heels up on your toes and feel the ground. Extend yourself tall like a Tadasana, as it says the name, the tree. Pulling the belly in, engaging it inside. Gazing at one spot, pulling up the kneecaps. Connected again towards the Mooladhara, feeling so grateful about this stability, about this moment. And so safe, relaxing out, the arms down, heels down. Let you go, spread your legs and relax for 2 breaths. Deep breath in. Feel the body, the shoulders, the arms. Once your breath is settled, let's just spread our legs a little more, wider. Now we're going to go for the warrior one, a very strong posture, Virabhadrasana. So you can see the name itself has so much of strength to it. We're going to do the warrior one. So take your left foot a little 45-degree angle and the right toe out completely. If you find this challenging, that the heel to heel connection or the alignment is difficult, you can always take the left foot on the outer side. It gives a little bit of more flexibility for the hip to square. Once you do squaring of the hip, there are again 2 easy versions here, or like one easy and one challenging one. You can come on the toe and drop your hip in by bending the right knee. Or you can keep it grounded, which is of course the better one. So keep it grounded and then square your hip, go down, sink in with support of your palms. And once you're here, you stretch your arms up and just join them together. Drop your shoulders down. Don't lift the shoulders up. Drop them down. Create some space between your ear and the shoulder. And then look up. Hold it there. Keep sinking in. And then stretch your legs straight. Let's go one more time for 5, 4, 3, deeper, 2, and 1. Relax. Drop your arms down. And let's turn and change the side. So this time again we are turning towards the left. You can take the left leg towards the left edge of your yoga mat. The right leg will go a little towards the right. This is the easy way, just so that you can square your head. If you feel this is easy for you, you can always keep the heel to heel alignment. Now let's connect, find your position, take your time. If you feel you're not balanced here itself, take your time, ground yourself. This is all about grounding. So find that space for you. Find that moment of grounding. And then start sinking in. Let the gravity pull you in. And then start sinking down with the support of your palms on your waist. Go down. You can increase the space of the leg, the distance between, so that you can see that your body is stable. Your knee will be almost 90 degrees. If you can keep it up here, it's okay because of flexibility. Make sure the knee doesn't cross your big toe. That's going to really damage your knee joint. So let's hold it here. Arms up. Drop your shoulders and link up. Stretch. And let's go one more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently coming up, relaxing your arms. Now, slowly taking the legs together. Take your time and relax your legs. Good. And very gently come down on the mat. So we go in the lying down. Lie down on your back. Very slowly, stretching your legs outward. Dropping your body slowly on the mat. Settle down. Take a while. Feel your breath. This is just a few seconds to connect. Deeper exhalation. And let's feel the legs a little while moving them. Connect with your pelvic. Connect with your belly. Make some space by lifting your chest up and then pushing the lower back down on the floor. Then bend your knees, and we do this with the Baddha Konasana. So it's like a butterfly here, and we're lying down. So we're just relaxing ourselves and trying to sink in down more and more. Try to push with your hands and feel the space. Belly tucked in, heels getting closer to the pelvic, and then start holding the pose for a few breaths. With every inhalation, feel the Mooladhara energy coming up nicely. Inhale from the chakra. Exhale it again within. Just try to feel that you're breathing in through the chakra and you're breathing out through the chakra. It is really immense healing towards this. And any problem in this region can be resolved just by awareness and focus onto this spot. And connect with that red color. The energy is so strong. A beautiful red energy bulb. You can of course use support here. So you can use this on the side so that you don't stretch too much. And on the other side also you can keep a block. This is only if you feel the hips are really tight. Now from here, slowly folding and getting your legs close to your chest, hugging yourself into the Mooladhara, hectares, and nicely holding yourself. Inhale a breath and exhale hectically. Keep breathing, no holding of your breath. And now we are going to go with the Ananda Balasana, lifting the legs, holding the toes, big toes with both the hands, and then just staying here, dropping the shoulders down, belly tucked in, and feel the Ananda here. happy baby pose. So there has to be a little bit of smile on the face, happiness inside. I'm so connected, I'm so grounded. I'm so grateful. And then gently relax your legs down. Now we go with the lumbar stretches. The last one before we go for Shavasana, I'm just moving a little this side as the ball is there. So here we are going to keep your arms at the shoulder level, 90 degree, palms down. And then bend your right knee and make sure first you lift your hip and twist a little. Take the support of the foot, right foot, and then take this right foot on the thigh and twist yourself by dropping the leg completely on the floor. But this is happening and your shoulder lifts up, the right shoulder. That's not correct. So keep pushing the right shoulder down and then go. If you can go only this much, it's okay. Use the left hand to pull and the head will turn to the opposite side. Twist maximum. This is the time when you will actually let go. This is one of the best things which you can learn. If you can actually let go physically, it will become easier to let go mentally and emotionally. So learn the letting go here. And no stiffness, no tightness. And gently dropping the arm down and staying there into the stable pose. You can always use support here so that you can really sink in and feel the grounding, feel the flow. Now coming up. Again, coming to the center, stretching your right leg straight, and now bending the left, lifting up, twisting a little, and taking your left leg towards the right side. I'm using my right palm to hold my left leg and push it closer to the floor, making sure that my left shoulder is on the floor. Open up your chin nicely, feel the spinal twist. Exhale. Turn the head towards the opposite side and stay there. Completely let go of yourself. All the muscles are actually sinking down, feeling the gravity and letting go. Feel the base and the red color. Feel the Mooladhara. And see how immense the energy is, which is going up towards the sacral, the navel, and all the other chakras. Relax and coming back. Coming to the center and then stretching your leg. And now comes a Shavasana. Before Shavasana, if you want, you can again do the Pavanmuktasana, which we did just some time back. And in this posture, you can actually do a little bit of rolling. So you can do a little bit of rolling here. Yes. So up. I'm just using one hand to hold it. So down and up. Arch your back and feel the connection. This is just like a massage to the back. And then you can also do right and left. Fins to the side. If you find this difficult because of body weight or limitations, you can always just do this much by holding both the legs separately. And again, rolling also can be done half, just this much, feeling the spine and staying there. So now, once you're done with this, let's go into Shavasana. Legs are apart. When I say legs are apart, try to separate from the groin region. So you can actually go out. It's okay. Because right now the focus is just on expanding here. You feel the space which we have created in this region. So the thighs are not touching each other. There's complete gap here. And even the arms are spread out. You can feel the underarm region here. It's not close touching, but it's open. I want you to really open up every part nicely so that you can breathe well. Breathing through the nose, yes, but here we are going to breathe through the entire body. We're going to really feel every cell taking the air in through the Mooladhara, the base, the source of energy, and let's activate it. We have already gotten that activation, and now we are going to just work on circulating this energy throughout. So keep your body still and steady, totally relaxed. Close your eyes, fingers relaxed, palms open up. Toes are just relaxed, pointing out. Just feel the breaths. Inhale and exhale deeper breaths. Part by part, we'll relax the entire body. We'll start with the toes and slowly come up towards the head. Take your awareness towards body part as I say. At the same time, feel that you're pulling this energy from the Mooladhara and spreading it into every single cell of your body. So visualize this chakra as if the energy ball is huge and really covering the entire body into it. So there's a red color energy ball and the entire body is within. Really big, deep, and enhancing the feeling of I am. I am. I am. I belong. Keep this intention inside. I'm safe. I'm fearless. Feel strong inside. The outer distractions and disturbances can't trouble us. So feel that strength inside. Taking the entire awareness towards the toes and relax. Focus on your heels and relax them. Calf muscles relaxed. Feel your knees and relax the knees. Observe your thighs and relax your thighs. Now, coming up towards the hip and feel your hip, sitting bones, the tailbone. At the tip of the tailbone, the spot of your Mooladhara, coccyx. And relax. Relax. Just let go. entire lower body is relaxed now. Feel your abdomen and relax them. All the muscles within, all the organs. Chest relaxed. Feel your lower back, your mid back, and the upper back. The entire spine is relaxed. Relax. Just let go. I'm stretching this so that you can really stretch your breaths along. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, the bottom pushes out. Exhale, it sinks back in. And both the arms right from the fingertips to the shoulders are relaxed. Relax the entire upper body from the shoulders to the pelvic. Only the face relaxed, mind relaxed, steady and stable. The entire body from head to toe is relaxed now. Now visualize the energy from the root chakra slowly flowing up towards your sacral, navel, heart, throat, ajna, and the top sahasrara. Inhale from the Mooladhara, Swadhisthana. Solar plexus, the navel chakra, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Ajna, and the Sahasrara. And just feel this energy flowing. Visualize yourself grounding into the soil. Let's travel together. So, in the lap of nature, at the beach, into the sand, and sinking ourselves in it. How the body is just getting in, down. Connect with that connection of the sand and that sink in more. Exhale. The more we are connected to the nature, the more the earth element, the more stability into the Mooladhara. Walking barefoot into the grass, into the ocean, at least on the beaches or in the garden. Even playing a little in the mud if you have somewhere around. Of course, now you can visualize it, but when given a chance, try to experience it in real. It truly helps. Smell the ocean, smell the air. Smell is the most important aspect of this chakra. That's the dominance here. So we are going to be working on the sense of smell. And this really helps you connect with yourself. Feel safe and secure, totally relaxed, detoxed. Feel that relaxation entering in your body, spreading in every cell of your body. Now gently move your fingers and toes, coming back to the physical body. Keeping this energy intact and keeping this mood, keeping this freedom, keeping this strength. Getting your legs slowly together. Arms together, stretching your right hand. I'm doing the left side just to face this side, but you're going to the right side. Stretch your right hand up, bend your left knee, and then gently turn towards the right side. Dropping your palm down on the floor, relaxing yourself. Eyes are closed. Feel the earth, feel the space. You can drop your face down and just get complete surrender. The gratitude towards this Mother Earth. It's giving us so much. We are so thankful. We are so thankful and so humble for the air, for the water, for the basic needs of us to survive. At the same time, we feel so safe, we feel so warm in the lap of this nature. That's why we call it Mother Earth, because it's just warm, full of love and compassion. Now gently coming up to the sitting posture, bending your both knees, taking support of both the arms. And now sitting in any comfortable position. Eyes are still closed. Joining your palms together into the Anjali Mudras, pressing it together. Feel the energy channelizing. A beautiful circle. Center of your heart. We end the session with 3 Shantis. Inhale a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Showing the gratitude towards this moment, this time, all those who made this hour so timelessly precious. All the divine gurus who impart this knowledge to us, the divine energy to flow effortlessly inside, gently lifting up, rubbing the palms, palming, gentle massage to the face, spreading this energy all over the body, connect to the body, and with a lovely smile, opening up your eyes. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Yes, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I think I took a little extra time. So,
Thank you so much. It was really an excellent session. I think we are okay with time. We normally extend by 10-15 minutes. So
yes,
good that you were able to complete the whole sequence and give the best experience for all our participants. Thank you very much.
thank you so much, Vinithya.
So we have compliments pouring in from all corners. We have many who have shared on the chat, and there are many who have also written to us on Facebook. Maybe I'll just read out a couple of them. Uh, so we have one Kalpana Yurajji who says, "Thank you so much. It was a very energetic presentation." And then we have Seema Sharma ji, thanks a lot, Neha ji. That was amazing. A beautiful and enlightening session. Thank you, Neha ji, and the team
Thank you to
Indica Yoga.
everybody.
So many compliments. Divya Harita ji has written on Facebook. I think she's joined from California. So we have participants across the globe who have joined us. Thank you
I'm
very
so
much.
glad. I'm so glad. Thank you to everyone. It's just a blessing and a pleasure, all mine, to give you that little experience of grounding to connect with your Mooladhara.
There are not too many questions, maybe because you help them to ground well so that they're all settled and settling down, not too much with the questions, but we just have two very helpful, questions which are really helpful for practitioners. So I'll take one question from Ritu Chakuji, who's also, you know her. Uh, she's our friend from Yes Vyasa, and she's
Yes.
also been a regular participant in most of the sessions here. Yes, it was a wonderful session. The posters which you choose for today's session, they're taken up in Power Yoga too, with much rigorous approach. Do you recommend Power Yoga for youngsters and the slow, regular practice for middle-aged and elderly people? Please put forward your opinion for Power Yoga getting popular these days in India too. Your thoughts and comments.
Thank you so much, first of all, Rituji, to really stay connected for the entire session. And I basically would just say it in this way, instead of bifurcating into the age group, it's always better to connect with the energy you have inside. I am a very I'm very comfortable, and not only me being comfortable, I always recommend people to stay into the vinyasa, yes, but not in the rigorous practice, because when you are doing rigorously, you change the entire motive and connection with the inner body, inner self, and that's not what I feel the yoga we have learned through the traditional way. So I would always say that do the vinyasa, the flow, but not in a rigorous way. Whether you're young, whether you're old, age doesn't matter here, because the energy may vary with the age. Internally, you may feel very energetically even if you're very old. So it doesn't really connect to the age here, but I would really see that the youngsters, since they are not very grounded, they're not very stable most of the time. So they may start with a little vinyasa flow, a little bit of Surya Namaskar can be included, the traditional ones, which will give the flow. And then you can start holding the postures for a few seconds. So when you hold the posture for 5 breaths, even those 5 breaths, let the connection go into the deeper prana level and the chakra level. So you can do that as well. For the old people, like who are growing older and feel the energy level is very low, I would recommend, like we did today, really flowing in the listen to the body, listen to your energy, and every day the energy changes. So some days I like to be a bit more intense, some days I myself go very slow. So it is something which changes every now and then. So I think that's more towards the energy of the body.
Thank you, Neha ji, for this really important guideline that when it comes to yoga, yogasana, it's not about the pace or the speed.
Yes.
The whole guideline, that you come across in all the texts, especially Hatha Yoga texts, is very clearly
Yes.
to get settled, grounded in an
Yes.
asana to experience it. While rigorous practice is helpful for some other purpose, maybe
Yes.
toning the body, maybe strengthening, enhancing the strength of the body, but for a real yoga experience, it has to be it has to has its own pace, a measured pace, and also allow the individual to settle down in that.
Perfect. And as they say, sthiram sukham asanam. So until you have that stability and that comfort into the posture, how much ever challenging the posture is, if you feel that connection inside, only then you're actually doing yoga practice. Otherwise, it's just some exercise which is going on.
True. I think all our participants, I mean, should appreciate this fact that, well, they could be helpful, those practices could be helpful, they serve a purpose too, but yoga has a greater purpose to play. And that is where this particular approach of allowing you to settle down, allowing you to anchor yourself within to the pose and to the poise, I think that is very, very important.
True.
Yeah. So I'll move on to a question of a personal nature by Sarika Pamarthi ji, who asks, I tend to get very breathless with mild pressure in the head whenever postures increase the intra-abdominal pressure, not just in this session. So it's not about this session, but whenever I do any kind of workout, I feel better if I take a pause and then restart. What is the reason? Is there a way around it? Thank you so much for taking up this question.
Thank you, Sarika ji, and I'm really glad that you continued the session, and I hope you didn't feel that. If you felt today also, it's all about the breath. Now, when you are doing a posture and you feel a little heaviness or dizziness in the head, or you feel discomfort in the belly, this goes for everybody who is feeling that. There's one reason you can always try drinking water before you do your practice. It really helps because water is very fluid. Our body is maximum water. When we are hydrated well, the prana flows very nicely into the body. So when you breathe well, the water really helps. So one thing which you can do, which is very simple, try to have at least 2 glasses of water at least like 15-20 minutes before your practice. Another thing is breathing. When you're actually doing the postures, try to breathe deeper. You must have noticed today, I was really trying to tell you only one thing all through the time, that is breathe.
True.
And this moment here, which I'm even while talking, you need to just take that pause to breath. Because if you breathe well, then you can actually help the energy to flow into your head and it doesn't get blocked. Because sometimes in the inverted postures or in the intense posture, when you're holding, you're contracting the muscles. So that contractions gives the pressure. So when you breathe, to relax the muscle, at the same time, oxygen is flowing into the body. So these two things which really will help you. In detail, if you have any other kind of complication, ailments, or some problem, we can always connect to me, and we'll see how individually because our bodies are different and the systems are different, we can work. But these two general things are for everybody: the breath, water. Breathe well, relax more, and drink water before your practices. In fact, throughout the day, try to have water in your intake.
So thank you very much for that tip. I'll move on to the last question. This is from Rajesh Davarji. It's more generic in nature, especially when you are coming up from a supine position. We generally adopt a very particular approach that we always turn towards one side and get up and not the other side. Why is that? Your thoughts and comments on
So we usually do it on the right side because all the time we are connected towards the right side. You will see all the practices also we start from the right. We are wanting to connect with the energy. The right we are taking as the Surya Nadi. So we are trying to connect to this energy and invoke that. Second thing is putting a pressure while sleeping, especially because you've asked about supine posture and coming up. That basically is because we don't want to put pressure on the heart, because heart being a little on the left side. So we would never recommend, not only in your practice class, I would say in general, whenever you're sleeping on your bed, even in the night you want to get up for your toilet or drinking water, or in the morning when you're waking up, try always to turn towards your right and then get up rather than just straight coming up. Some people just kind of wake up with the alarm or something and take a breath, turn to the side, take a pause there and then get up, so that you don't unnecessarily give pressure to your heart, because it's in a very deep state of relaxation throughout. And when we suddenly push, it may just collapse for a moment. And that's why you see, you must have seen that a lot of people get heart strokes or these kind of things in the middle of the night when suddenly they are trying to, and especially, of course, after a certain age. So this is one way you can always do. But posture, I think personally you can do the left first and the right. If you really, it's nothing to be very. I always say don't make any boxes in your hand. Notions. The more free you are internally, the more free the body moves outside. So that's okay.
Thank you very much, Neha ji. That's really something very important that all of us should keep in mind, especially getting up. Which side you turn around and then get up, it's always helpful rather than just giving jerky movements and coming up,
Yes.
which many people do without giving a thought. So something that is really very important. Yes. So we have one more question that has come up now. This is from Madhumati ji, who asks, for a pregnant lady, should we hold on to the poses or should we move slowly and gently with continued breathing?
It just depends, but we can hold to the postures. There are certain postures for the prenatal sessions when we take, and those times we really want the mother to stay in the posture connected with the baby. So you have to feel the connection of the baby inside and sink into the posture and stay there. And certain times when you feel holding is becoming more of stimulation, it's not relaxing, then you can flow and go into the next posture with the breath. So inhale and stretch and exhale and relax. This is something which you have to go as per an individual, and of course the condition of your pregnancy, which month, which trimester you are in. Plus, one more thing is important in the prenatal, especially the grounding postures are very, very nice. So especially these few postures which we did today, most of them you can do during your pregnancy. And these postures help you being stable and being secure inside. And this energy flows to your baby. So the baby gets that feeling of safety, security, which is very important for the baby to get from the first moment when he comes out, when it comes out of the, into this world. So this is really very nice, and you can go with the flow of your breath, of course, in the guidance of some teacher. Always I say prenatal sessions are not to be tried with any video or any like random. You should have somebody live, even if it's virtual session, somebody who's connecting with you rather than just a recorded version. That's my personal opinion. I'm sure it's up to you, of course.
Okay. Uh, as we are discussing, we have questions coming up as well as the compliments. Compliments definitely outnumber the questions. So I'll end with this one because this also has a medical condition. This is by Siddhika Ekhard ji, who says, can people with endometriosis, especially the issue with related to tissue rupture and all, will they benefit from this particular practice of what you gave us today?
See, any kind of yoga asana practice can't be limited to one. So if you do only this practice, you will get this. I would never say that. There's definitely a majority of set of postures or set of things which enhance one particular ailment or problem. When you're talking about tissue related issues, it's more like you want to go deeper and you're talking about the basic structuring of the body. So you're made of it. And that is the base, the root chakra. Of course, this chakra connection, which will help you. One more thing is very important in this particular problem is to meditate. I just took few minutes today, but you will have to connect with the meditation technique, grounding towards the Mooladhara and meditate towards the center of the red energy ball and try to visualize. Visualization is the best way to heal ourselves because you need self-healing, self-care, self-love. I always believe in one thing about any ailment you have. If you believe it here, and if you take it that yes, it is a part of me, you have almost accepted that problem and you're living with it. You've started kind of, nurturing the problem inside of you more. Instead, try to nurture the thought of wellness. The thought of wellness being that I'm healing. You can use this as the affirmation. I'm healing. I'm healthy. I'm connected. So when you say this and you ground yourself to the nature, nature has its healing power. we are amazingly connected to the nature. It's only that we don't know it. So the awareness isn't there, which we are developing through these techniques and practices, but we are always connected. So you need to meditate, you need to do the pranayam practice, you need to do a particular sequence of asanas regularly, and always be positive. Anything coming to you will not stay. As we say, change is inevitable. So once something comes up which is not nice, will go only if you believe that it will go. So this is something which is interconnected, and always be positive towards life.
So thank you very much for that energetic session and a very uh, elating question answer session that we had, and all our participants again are sharing their compliments, and they also would like to know how they can get in touch with you. So when we go to make the announcements for the next sessions, maybe you can key in your contact details, and you can also let us know when we come back how people can connect with you. So with this, I'll request Srinivasji to kindly present the other events of the day. So this evening, we have once again a special session on Nritya Yoga and Wellness. Yesterday, we had a presentation on Nada Yoga and Wellness by Team Sunath. And again, today, we have an experiential session on Nritya Yoga and Wellness by Team Sunath. We have with us as a part of the members of the team, Nandini Kamaji, Elizabeth Matthews, Parul Shastriji, Sharada Pai, and Nishant Panikar. They will be exploring three different classical dances, that is Odissi, Kathak, and Bharatanatyam, and all the artists. They're the renowned artists of the field. They'll be sharing their experiences, learnings, and the implication for their wellness through the art forms. So it will be a very rewarding experience. So I request you, all of you, to join us for this session. And moving on further, we are we are at our one of the most awaited sessions of the whole festival, that is from Yogi Maheshwarji, who is a scientist, a researcher in the laboratory of astrophysics in Marseille in France. By training, by profession, he's an astrophysicist, but by the inner call, inner initiation, inner inspiration, he's a yogi who revels himself in the practice of Khechari Mudra, Hatha Yoga practice, which very few people can do it. And he was blessed by, as he calls the Khechari Devi, he was called upon to undertake this practice, and he has been into this practice for many years now, and he will be sharing his experiences on the talk called Khechari Mudra, when the divine goddess takes off in inner space. So this will be a highly promising session. All those who are curious to know about Khechari Mudra, various Hatha Yoga practices, and especially from a practitioner who knows it and who has been practicing it, to whom it has been revealed. So it will be a very, very highly enriching and rewarding experience for all of us who are committed, who are interested in the field of yoga. So kindly do join us for this session too, and continue this journey along with us. So with this, I would like to come back to Neha ji for her contact details. And I also would like to let our participants know that all these sessions have been recorded, and they're made available on Indica Yoga YouTube channel, on Indica Yoga website, that is www.indicayoga.com. So you can access them anytime, you can share with your friends, and you can also subscribe to our channel to stay connected with all that is being presented in these sessions during the festival. So with this, over to you, Neha ji. You have shared your website, that is www.itiyoga.in, and you also your email ID itiyoga.in@gmail.com. So how else can they follow you?
They can follow me on Facebook. It's just Iti Yoga page is there. Also, my personal page is there with the name Neha Racca. On Instagram, also they can follow me, as in both the pages, both the profiles are there of Neha Racca and Iti Yoga. So this is the way. And plus, you can connect to me through the messengers, the emails, and I would be very glad and happy to help, assist, or give any online sessions, especially personal sessions, because some of them were just talking about prenatal or some problems, ailments. So that can definitely go along. And I'll be very happy and glad to help and share my knowledge and bring a little more smile and happiness into people's life. That's a blessing. So
And at last, what would be your parting message or a guideline or a tip for all our practitioners here?
I think it's about just very simple one, which I do it myself, and I've been following and living it throughout so many years now. It's like a feeling inside. I would want everybody to feel yourself as a beautiful, strong tree, how the roots are going deep down, and growing stronger into the soil. And that connection to the roots, whether we call about yoga, the traditional thing, whether you call it the life, the culture, everything, stay strong, but fly high. Fly high in the sky. And sky is also not the limit. These days we even can go further, from the sky. So just feel that your head is high up there and you're beyond the limits. But keep your feet grounded. Keep your culture, keep your tradition, keep your basic values in intact. And that's the most important thing why Mooladhara is so important. And most of us who feel restless, anxiety, the only reason the stress takes over is because we feel insecure. We feel fear of losing, fear of missing, fear of any of these things that really blocks this energy. And imagine the first chakra is blocked. I don't know what you talk about the other chakras now, because it's like a pipe and you have just holded the pipe tight at the base. Now there's nothing gonna flow through it because you're holding it and it's blocked and there's all congestion there. So just try to breathe more. Just be mindful in the moments. Living in the moment is the best way to actually look at life. And smiles, of course. It's the way to say, because the first thing which you see outside is the essence of this happiness which you can give to people. And if you can't smile, I don't think anybody will.
So thank you, Neha ji. I think probably there's some connection issue. That was a beautiful message. With your roots grounded, your wings are free to fly. I think that was really a lovely message. All of us will carry it. And with this, I thank all our participants and Neha ji for coming together for this beautiful session. And I now request Koti ji, Ram Prasad ji to kindly present us the events and then end it with the Om. I also request all our participants to join us in chanting the Om to bringing this session to a graceful end.